I think today is just one of those days. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but I slipped twice coming down. Slipped twice, got lost. What a day. What a day indeed. And good morning. And I'm back in the lake district today, and I'm doing 6 Wainwrights. So behind us you can see Hallin Fell, which has great sentimental value for me. So if anybody's seen my last video, which is a recap of my last 107 Wainwrights, I explain in there why it has such sentimental value. And if you haven't seen it, I'll put a link in the description below to tell you. And then also behind that you have Ullswater, which is the lake I've almost drowned in twice. So I'll explain that story to you later on. Something you don't see every day. Must be a rush hour. So I thought it was a bit of a standoff. I guess the sheep wouldn't go any further until I moved. So I was just double checking on my map that this is actually the right path I need to follow up. If I show you on here. So that's it there, which is just that wall and that, and there's a thin path. Don't know if you can see it, and which snakes us way up to the top, which is where I'm heading. So my original plan was to do Bonscale Head, which is over the other side, and come all the way around and do this one last. But because I pulled my thigh when I did a Bonscale Pike, I've decided I'm going to do this one first, because that way I can get up and get down, and if my thigh's okay, then I can continue around. But if my thigh was starting to pull and hurt again after doing just this one, it really meant I'd just go back pretty much the way I came, back to the car, and just do this another day. So that's my logic. So hopefully it's good logic, but we'll see. I've got to admit, this time of the year the fells just look amazing. It's just the bleakness really, you know. Just magic. Don't really know what to say. That's just magic. Anyway, let's get going, because it's getting cold. So onwards and upwards. So here we are, top of Beda Head. No bad views, especially all the snow still on the tops. But I've got a feeling this will be the only view I'm going to get, because I'm over there next, and that's all clagged in pretty much. So I mentioned earlier that I was almost drowning in Ullswater, which you can see behind us. So the first time must have been I think the early 20s. One of my friends, his parents had a caravan on the campsite near the Pooney Bridge. So we used to come up at Easter and turn the water on and turn the electric on. Anyway, this year we decided we'd go for a run. So at the time, I don't know whether you still can not, but at the top of the campsite you get up the fell. So we did that, and then we ran along the top of the fell and started to go for a swim. So I took my top off, took my trainers off, my socks off, just had my shorts on. Bear in mind this is Easter, so that should have been a warning sign. So anyway, I jumped in first, and the water was that cold I literally felt me heart miss a beat. Anyway, I came to the surface. Go on, look at me mate, and he just turned around and said, he didn't go in. God, what a shock. So I think it's called a cold water shock nowadays. And I tell you what, my heart literally missed a beat. Something off the steel nuts, or is called Pikeawassa, something like that, on the map. So I just had a look and see which way it is. So I did notice this on the way up, so I'm curious as to what it is. So let's go and have a cross and have a look. All I'm thinking of must be some sort of shelter. That's me down, and my left thigh feels okay. In fact, my legs are feeling okay. In fact, I'm feeling okay. So I think having that rest for a couple of weeks, you know, done us the world of good. But I'm saying that, I've got to go up over there next, see how I feel after I do another big climb. But we will continue. I get Wainwright 109 done. Silly mistake. Too busy thinking what I was going to say to you. For some reason I go at the bottom and I turn right, when really I should have turned left. So I didn't get too far before I realised what I've done. So, but it could have been worse. I suppose I could have walked for miles and then realised I was going the wrong way. Well, happens to all of us. Not perfect. So doesn't that just look amazing? So in the middle we've got the nab. So on either side, just think thousands and thousands of years ago, at the end of the last ice age, all the ice slid this way out the valley. It's just mind-boggling really. It's just the power of the ice to carve these valleys. Absolutely amazing. And at the end of the day, it gives us this, doesn't it? So thank you, Ice Age. I'm pleased the wall's here. Give us something to get a hold of. Try up here. This is quite a steep scramble. But get there and then off to the left. Well, this is a nice rocky top. I'm almost there. So here we are, top steel knots. Quite impressive views. Right, number 2 done. So here we are, Wainwright number 3, Wether Hill, and just have a look at these views. Well, what can I say? But I don't know if you can see those people just walking down there. So the woman, she's doing the Wainwright challenge. So I think she said she's on to 98. So when she finishes the day, then she said she'll be on a 99, I think she said she'd gone to. So that's good going for her. I've just been talking to a group of people there. They're going to Wether Hill because they're also doing the Wainwrights. But it's quite funny because they said they were following me around because apparently my red coat stands out a mile against the fells, which I suppose in a way is one of the main reasons I bought it. Because the other one, which is like a dark charcoal grey, pretty much blends in with the ground. And then I thought, well, since I'm doing a lot of these by myself, the last thing I want to do is something happen to us and nobody can see us. But at least if I'm wearing something bright and something happens to us, then people can see us. Because before I go on my hikes, I give Josephine, and I also give the kids my route so they know which way I'm going and what I'm doing. And I also tell them what time I should be back by. We're back to the car anyway, so I measure them. So if I'm not back by that given time, then call out mountain rescue to come find us. Well, for a moment there, I actually thought I was lost, because I was looking at my map and I had white bog, and white bog's now heading downhill, but I'm still going up here. But I've just realised I've got this little, I don't know if you can see it, a little body of water there. So that must have been what I've passed. So I think I am still on the right path. So hopefully I'll go for another about 5-10 minutes and see what happens. So panic over. So we've got a boundary stone, so I'll point out there on my map, which I've seen. So I am on the right route. So that was a bit of a panic, because when the fog came in, I actually lost my bearings for a while. Wasn't sure which way I was going. Then looking at the map, if I was on the what was it called again? White bog, I should have really been going downhill, but I was still going uphill. So I was a bit confused, but not to worry. Panic over. I am heading the right way. So I know I've gone the right way, because there's another boundary stone, and there's the trig point for Loadpot Hill. So here we are. This will be number 4. So 2 to go. So here we are, Loadpot Hill. Yep, damp, miserable, boggy. Hey, I gotta go up there. Sometimes I do question my life choices. So, all I can say. Right, here we are, Arthur's Pike. Views are pretty enough. So I'm going to be heading that way, so I need to get my map out, my compass, figure out which way, because bit of a panic station. I've lost my compass, so I'm just trying to navigate using my map. So I went off the route and up down there, realised I shouldn't be going down, I should be coming up by the contour lines. So I've came up, I'm on this path, which I hope is the right path. I am heading the right way, hopefully. So this is going to be very interesting indeed. That's a sight for sore eyes. Sheepfold next to the stream. So I found it on the map, so I am on the right path. Whew. That was worrying indeed, but I did a good job. I've got a map, so you know I lost my compass. I could still use my map. Always carry a map and a compass, just don't lose your compass. So here we are, Bonscale Pike, Wainwright number 6. So now I need to get down before it starts getting dark. So it's going to be interesting. So it is that way. So I know that. So and look at that, all of a sudden Clears and Ullswater appears. Not bad. They'll probably be gone in about the next 10 seconds anyway. So I was telling you about the stories when I almost drowned in Ullswater. So the second time that almost happened is again, we were up at my mate's parents' caravan. So it was me, my mate and his brother. And again we went along the side of Ullswater because we were going to swim to this island. So they had flippers and that day was a bit breezy. So the lake was a bit choppy. So we started swimming out. And I got so far and I realised there's no way I'm going to get to this island. So I shouted at them, told them that I was turning back, and I turned around and started heading back. But the way the wind was blowing, the waves were blowing into you, and it was even harder trying to get back to the shore. And I got so far and I just couldn't get the last about 6 foot, I would say, something like that. And you know, that's times when you start feeling yourself starting to panic, and I started to do that, and I knew if I panicked I'd drown. So what I did, I just stopped what I was doing, let my legs come around underneath us, I just held my breath and dropped down to the bottom of the lake. Felt the bottom, it's only about, it must be about 10 foot deep where I was, and then I walked up, believe it or not, the lake bed, now as you get out of the lake that way. But I said if I'd panicked and tried to get ashore, I wouldn't have managed it, and I would have drowned that day. That's not a bad view, is it? Really cool. Hey, there's Ullswater. That proves how much rain we've had, because this wasn't here when I left this morning.